Impetigo facts. Impetigo is a bacterial skin infection. Impetigo is more common in children than in adults. The two types of impetigo are non-bullous and bullous impetigo. Impetigo symptoms and signs include a rash characterized by either small blisters, dark or honey-colored crust that forms after the pustules burst. Impetigo is contagious and is caused by strains of both staph and strep bacteria. Impetigo is not serious and is easy to treat with either prescription topical or oral antibiotics. Scarring is very rare. Impetigo is a highly contagious disease. Impetigo is easily spread from person to person by direct contact with the lesions and/or indirectly by touching items, clothing, sheets, or toys that have been used by individuals with this skin disease. Indirect transmission is less frequent than direct person-to-person transmission. Bacteria cause impetigo. Group A streptococci and staphylococci are the organisms that most frequently cause impetigo. Learn more about impetigo. What is impetigo? What causes impetigo? Readers' comments 6. Share your story. Impetigo, pronounced impetigo, is a contagious, superficial infection of the skin caused by Staphylococcus, staph, and Streptococcus, strep bacteria. Impetigo is more common in children, especially 2 to 5-year-olds, than in adults. Impetigo is most likely to occur in warm and humid environments and is most commonly spread by close contact, such as between family members. Many years ago the formal name for this disease was impetigo contagiosum. A rarely used ecthyma is the term for a rash similar to impetigo, but the infection penetrates the skin more deeply. Its therapy is similar to impetigo. What are the types of impetigo? What are impetigo symptoms and signs? What does impetigo look like? Readers' comments 52. Share your story. There are two forms of impetigo. Non-bullous impetigo. This is the more common form, caused by both staph and strep bacteria. This form initially manifests as small red papules similar to insect bites. These lesions rapidly evolve to small blisters and then to pustules that finally scab over with a characteristic honey-colored crust. This entire process usually takes about 1 week. These lesions often start around the nose and on the face, but less frequently they may also affect the arms and legs. At times, there may be non-tender but swollen lymph nodes, glands, nearby. Bullous impetigo. This form of impetigo is caused only by staph bacteria. These bacteria produce a toxin that reduces cell-to-cell stickiness, adhesion, causing separation between the top skin layer, epidermis, and the lower layer, dermis. This leads to the formation of a blister. The medical term for blister is bulla. Bulli can appear in various skin areas, especially the buttocks and trunk. These blisters are fragile and contain a clear yellow-colored fluid. The bulli are delicate and often break with the overlying roof of skin lost, leaving red, raw skin with a ragged edge. A dark crust will commonly develop during the final stages of development. With healing, this crust will resolve. Is impetigo contagious? Readers' comments 9. Share your story. Impetigo is contagious primarily from direct contact with someone who has it, but sometimes from towels, toys, clothing, or household items. After starting in one location, impetigo often spreads to other parts of the body. This is particularly common with impetigo in children. There may be many epidemics in daycare centers. Bacteria that cause impetigo may enter through a break in the skin, such as that which comes from cuts and scrapes. A common child impetigo experience is the development of impetigo lesions at the nasal openings inflamed by the prominent nasal drainage associated with a cold. In this situation, skin integrity is often disrupted by the continuous covering of purulent nasal discharge. Adults often develop impetigo from close contact with infected children. Heat, humidity, and the presence of eczema predispose a person to developing impetigo. Recurrent impetigo infections may be associated with staph or strep bacteria residing in the nose and spreading from to other parts of the skin. How do healthcare professionals diagnose impetigo? Diagnosing an impetigo infection is generally straightforward and based on the clinical appearance. Occasionally, other conditions may look something like impetigo. Skin infections such as tinea, ringworm, or scabies, mites, may be confused with impetigo. It is important to note that not every sore or blister means an impetigo infection. At times, other infected and non-infected skin diseases produce blisters.